A very popular topic, as I'm sure you can understand, has been the subject of various emails. Here's one of them. This was sent to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com from JT on an island in the sun. Howdy, Jim. So I'm not sure if you heard, but AEW will be teaming up with DDT, Dramatic Dream Team, an interesting wrestling promotion in Japan.
An interesting wrestling promotion in Japan.
Now, as much as I want to share with you some of the matches I've seen from this company, I've been informed by the cult that if I did, you'd have a heart attack. So I'll just tell you. Along with the sex doll, they have a wrestler named Danshoku Dino, whose gimmick is that he's an over-exaggerated gay wrestler who forces himself on wrestlers during the match. They have a giant panda bear wrestler. They once had a lights-off match where they literally turned out the lights and let the wrestlers wrestle in the dark. Kota Ibushi was in a gauntlet match of some type where he entered wrestlers' apartments and fought them. And that's who AEW is teaming up with. Alls I ask from Jim is before he goes into cardiac arrest, he signed some more deals with wrestling figure companies so I could have him be the GM of my wrestling figure fed. I read this one because it pointed out a few of the wackier things in DDT, but this has been a big story, Jim. AEW, apparently, a statement put out by Head of Talent Relations, Christopher Daniels, announcing a deal AEW and DDT.
Oh, God, I wish they'd all drink a big heaping helping of DDT over there. Okay, obviously, this is not going to be a legitimate cross-promotion where there's going to be some type of invasion angle and there's going to be DDT wrestlers versus AEW wrestlers, whatever. Again, even though we're getting a break from having to watch him on our television screens, old Twinkle Toes is still determined, even though he's on the sidelines, even though he can't make a mockery out of the wrestling business actively himself right now, he's still going to find new and different ways to make wrestling look stupid and silly and run fans off screaming like their heads are on fire. This is his mission. He wants to make it silly enough and stupid enough and cartoon enough and childish enough that his simple mind and the simple minds of people who think like he does can enjoy it. And he's somehow gotten to Tony Khan to suggest that the former home of his great matches with sex toys and 9-year-old children, not even 9-year-old girls, not even male 9-year-old girls, and giant panda bears and all this other shit can now be seen on national television. They ain't gonna have I don't know what the name is of the one, what did you say, overly gay wrestler? It's a horrible gay stereotype that wouldn't fly on television over here. Every LGBTQ group in history and those about to be organized would be picketing, and the TBS wouldn't let that shit. If they won't let the Briscoes on, you've seen what they're doing. They're fucking pantsing each other, squirting baby oil on each other, finger up the ass spots, humping each other's various body parts. If I was gay, I would be insulted and start petitions. They can't show that on television. You can't mean to tell me that even Tony Khan, even under the influence of Harpo McFingerfuck, is going to let anybody wrestle a blow-up sex toy on his television program. That ain't going to happen. So what it basically boils down to is this is a way, because that's where old Olivier started out in his great career in Japan. He started out in an outlaw mud show comedy group, DDT, that does this kind of bullshit in front of a few hundred people hard up for entertainment. I think what's going to happen is he's going to get some more outlaw indie talent like that Michael Naka to fuck off and get off my television. we haven't had to see him lately either. But he's a big DDT superstar because that's why he wasn't good enough to wrestle in real promotions. That's where Twinkle Toes found him. And they became good friends or best friends or whatever the friends are, bosom buddies, whatever. He's going to get some more untalented outlaw talent from Japan, payoffs from a billionaire, and they're going to stick him on TV like he did with Maki Ito and the Freddie Mercury girl, and now it's going to be guys and girls. And that is Kenny Olivier's main goal in life, is to get as many substandard outlaw Japanese pretend wrestlers real jobs as possible, because that's who his friends are. And right now, the Jackson boys are way ahead of Twinkle Toes in getting their friends jobs, because there's two of them, and more of their friends are employed than Twinkle Toes, so he's got to do something about that. What else could this be? They don't have to. Everybody talk, well, Kota Ibushi came from there. Yeah, fuck Kota Ibushi and feed him some fish heads while you're at it. He was another guy doing matches with blow-up dolls and children, so I think of him the same way as Twinkle Toes, and I've seen his matches in Japan since he supposedly got to be a great wrestler and a serious wrestler, and he fucking sucks. He's a fucking minute little imbecile that does the same kind of shit that Twinkle Toes does. If I don't like it from him, I ain't going to like it from the other guy. That's what they've got. I don't care. They've got fucking doll wrestlers and clown show wrestlers and people wearing costumes from the Mummers Parade, and it's a joke promotion. They don't have real talent. They're not going to help AEW in any way draw any money or get any viewers. And to even announce this is just ridiculous. But because Twinkle Toes has somehow talked Tony Khan into thinking that this will be a good thing, now we get to see more bad Japanese outlaw talent show up to complement the roster of bad American outlaw talent he's got.
Well, truthfully, we actually don't know what we'll see, because remember, they did that deal with that group in China at the very beginning. I think they even announced it at that first press conference outdoors in Jacksonville.
They were 4'7" each also, as I remember. Did every move.
Did we see them?
Minute.
Did we see them on AEW TV?
Twice. Wasn't it? Once or twice?
So, I mean, if that's their deal with SEMA's group, who knows what the deal with DDT will be. I would think you would want to deal with...
What could they do? What could anybody in DDT or the entire company as a group do to add one viewer to AEW television or add anything to their pay-per-views or bottom line?
I don't think this kind of stuff adds viewers.
They've already got comedy wrestling on AEW. They don't need guys that are smaller and worse at it.
Yeah, I don't think this adds viewers. I don't think that's what this is about, sadly.
Well, there you go. Then another case of somebody stroking somebody's ego or something. Something's getting stroked around here.